Hello, welcome back to another video of EI5 English in 5 minutes. In today's presentation, my goal is to help you understand and practice the present perfect tense in English. Let's begin. Let's begin with the sentence structure, the frame. The present perfect looks like this. We have a subject. We have two helping verbs, either have or has. Remember, he, she, and it, we use has. Then let's go here. These are our participle actions, the past participle form of the verb. For example, gone, finished, ordered, traveled, rained, eaten, driven. You probably have practiced this before. I go, I went, I have gone. I finish my homework every day on time. I finished my homework yesterday. I have finished my homework already. So these are the participle forms of the actions. Then we have an object. So, for example, I have gone to the movies recently. You have finished your homework already. Mike has just ordered pizza. Susan has traveled to New York 3 times this week. It has rained all week. We have not eaten yet. They have driven to San Francisco before. In the present perfect, we use very specific time markers. We do not use specific time expressions like yesterday or 3 weeks ago or last month. Notice the time markers. Recently, already, 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, all week, all year, all month, yet usually for negatives and for questions and before. So this is how the present perfect looks. Again, this is just a little review. These are common time markers connected to the present perfect. And these are our past participle actions. Remember that if the verb is a regular verb, we are going to use ed at the end. Cleaned, cooked, opened, talked, closed, worked, watched. But if the verb is an irregular verb, we have to do a little bit more work. Drive for present. I drive to work every day. I drove to work yesterday. I have driven to work 3 times this week. Drink, drunk, drunk. See, saw, seen. Eat, ate, eaten. Speak, spoke, spoken. Go, went, gone. Get, got, gotten. So remember, in the present perfect, we are going to use this column right here, the past participle form of the verbs. Now, why do we use the present perfect? We already know how it looks, but why do we use it? We use the present perfect to talk about finished actions when the time is not mentioned. We don't care about when this action took place. We use the present perfect with very specific time markers, like before, recently, already, yet. We use the present perfect to talk about repetitive actions, when something has been completely done in the past. For example, I have gone to New York 3 times. I have eaten pizza 2 times this week. I have gone to San Francisco 1 time in my life before. Repetitive actions. We also use the present perfect to talk about new experiences. I have gone to Disneyland before. That's a new experience. And duration. I have driven my car for 7 years. I have taught English for 15 years. That's the duration of time. So, remember the use. Finished actions. We don't care about the time. Repetitive actions, new experiences, and duration. Are you ready for some practice? So, let's do this. Pause the video and take a couple of minutes to complete these sentences in the present perfect. and we will check the answers in a minute. So this is what you should have done. I have worked for Starbucks for 4 years. Mary has traveled to New York before. Marcos has driven to Mexico 3 times. Alex and I have watched this movie 5 times before. Notice repetition. It has rained all day. We cannot go out. Duration. My mother has called the manager already. When did she call? We don't know. We don't care. Sasha has not finished the homework yet. Again, we use yet in the negative form. Do you want more practice? Let's move on to the next slide. So now we are going to continue with our present perfect, but this time I would like you to write the time markers. Notice these are commonly used in the present perfect. Pause the video, complete the exercise, and we'll check the answers in a minute. How did you do? Well, let's see. The answers are already. Lisa has already finished her work. Mario and Laura have traveled to Colombia before. The pizza has just arrived. Oh my God, it's so good and delicious. We have not watched that movie yet. Negative sentences with yet. My dad has never gone to Disney. Never had that experience in his life. I have been a teacher for 15 years. Duration of time. Natalia has worked at this college since 2003. Duration of time. Ready for more practice? This time around, I would like you to read the story. Please pay attention to the present perfect tense. Then on the next slide, you will have to answer some questions about the story. Pause the video, complete the exercise, and move on to the questions. So these are the questions. Please try to answer these questions in the present perfect tense. Now, after you're finished with this, I would like you to continue practicing. Find a partner, a classmate, someone you live with, your roommate, your neighbor, and ask these questions to your partner. If you have no one to practice with, then you can ask these questions yourself. What are 2 things you have done today? Let's see. I have already washed the dishes and I have already taken a shower. Please continue practicing questions 7 through 10. Thanks for watching, and I hope I have made the present perfect a little bit easier, and I hope you have understood this a little bit better. Till next time.